Hi legends, welcome back to the channel. We're here at Cully Raceway. Today is a Ride Days WA and Motorcycle Racing Club of Western Australia tuning day. So behind me I've got all the Ride Days WA guys, and now that's where all the races are. We've got our mates at Go Moto setting up behind us. We're just in the process of unloading our bikes and we're going to set up and do some tuning.
My friends, is a rookie mistake. And we got it on camera. What's that? Gear lever. Yeah, no, talk about the fucking gloves.
I had them up here before.
Yeah.
So that was my first session. It's been definitely a bit stuffed from it. Lap times not too good, probably only actually I know it was a 1:17.6. I really want to get down at least 2 or 3 seconds off that. I did feel very stiff out there, a bit cold. First session in the morning, front end actually felt a bit too hard. I'm going to drop a PSI in the front. So I'm also feeling a bit dehydrated, so I'm going to get some more fluids in me, get ready and have another crack at this, see if I can drop a couple of seconds a lap. So me and Colin have had a few discussions about what was going on my bike. Front end felt really hard compared with what I'm used to. Remember, since I've been here last, I've had the suspension serviced, and I've also been playing around with the rebound. My Collie's nowhere near as hard on brakes as Wanneroo is, so what I've done is I've pulled 3 turns of preload out of each fork leg. That's the black one here. And I've also backed off the rebound another 3 clicks. So hopefully that just softens up the suspension. When I came in, my indicator was basically where it is now. So I'm not using enough of my suspension. So now I've got to go out there, see how that feels. Obviously I was going a bit slower before, so we're going to try bring up the pace, brake harder, and see how it goes. If it feels better, well, yeah, we'll stick with it. If not, we'll go back and we'll try something else. Okay, so that was session 2. Now, we made those front end changes. Felt a lot better. Still not quite what I remember it to be back when I had thinner fork oil and no rebound at all, but it's definitely a lot better. I definitely can feel a lot more feedback through the front tire as well, which is kind of good. And now it's just about exploring that limit and finding out what actually works in it and how far I can go, hopefully without going too far, obviously. I'm really noticing it in the final hairpin before the start finish line. Braking really hard into that, and just feels really stiff. I can feel all the feedback through the front tyre. Now, this time, I am definitely braking hard enough. That is probably a little bit too fast. So I'm probably going to have to put in some of that preload back. So I took 3 turns out. I'll add 2 back in because, yeah, see how that goes. The other thing that happened, rear tyre started off at 19. You know, I love 19 PSI in these tyres, but when I came back in, it was 21. So still gaining a lot of heat out on track compared with off the warmers. So yeah, I've dropped it back down to 19 again. We'll go out on track, see how it goes. Hopefully it stays at 19. When I know it's staying at 19, we are good to go. My lap times, so previously I did a 17.6. This time I did a 116.5. So 1.1 seconds better just by warming up and getting used to the bike and making a few setting changes to make myself a bit more comfortable. I'm really happy with that. Hopefully we can keep going that way. The idea is to break into the 15s and maybe even the 14s by end of today. If I can get into 14s, I'll be very happy. 15s, it's only half a second quicker now. That should be achievable. And then, yeah, see how it goes. Should put me in good nick for tomorrow. What were your thoughts on this?
I think you're overthinking it. I think you're using the right amount of fork travel.
Okay.
You came in and your feedback straight away was it feels better. And so, what did I ask you just then? If it feels better, then what? And why what?
Why change it?
Why change it?
Okay. So we won't change it. We'll go out, see how it feels. Yeah, that back end felt really stiff, but that's probably because of the tyre. So being 2 pound up, that's probably way too stiff. So we'll leave that, put it out at 19, see if that fixes that. If not, we've probably got to look at maybe getting the back end a bit looser as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Sound good?
There's 10 mil there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd even look at potentially going a tiny bit softer, but that's me.
Yeah.
But,
well, I reckon I can brake harder in places.
Okay. Well, then brake harder and we'll assess it when we get back.
Okay.
There we go. We'll find out next.
Cool. Thanks.
Get a bit of an idea of what the footage looks like.
So yeah, on further discussion again, I'm going to mount the camera down here and then we'll be able to have a look at what the fork's actually doing around the lap. So after the next session, hopefully we can give you a look and make a further assessment on where we go with the forks. Okay, so that wasn't what we wanted. A little low slide in the dirt. I braked too late. Good thing is the bike still looks in perfect condition, just needs a bit of a clean up. So we'll get it together. I'll take it a bit easier into turn 3 and yeah, make it out for the next session. So unfortunately it looks like the footage, I didn't get the actual crash. I got up to about maybe 5 seconds before it. So this is part of the last bits. Now one thing I can see here is my fork indicator's already right towards the bottom, so I'm braking harder on just an out lap than I even was in my fast laps before. So I'm obviously getting a bit more comfortable with the bike, but that means that now that softening that off, I probably should have hardened it up now. So I'm going to give it those 3 cranks back and we'll see how that goes. Now I'm lucky the bike's fine, my gear's fine, I'm fine, everything looks like it's in perfect working order. The biggest thing I've got that's a problem is my GoPro now. So let's go over here. That's what's left of that, and I'm missing a couple of arms that were in between. Now I've only got one arm left, so for the GoPro, so probably the rest of the footage is going to have to be off here, and I'll just talk my way through that. So you're not going to get to see the forks anymore, unfortunately, but you know, at least the bike's still rideable, at least I'm fine. We'll continue on, see how this goes. Sometimes shit happens, but you know, keep smiling, keep working through it. We'll get back out there. Yep. Okay, so that was the 4th session. I stayed on the bike that time, which was great success. So that time, got my lap times down to 1:16.5, which is exactly the same as they were in session 2. That was good because I was actually not trying to go as fast and just get my lines right and ride a bit more, how'd you say? I was trying to ride a little bit more sedately and just get those lines right, and just once you get all that together, you'll be amazed. You know, you back off 10 or 20% and you'll do the same lap times, which is exactly what I've just done. So, and I did them consistently. So I did a lot of 16.5s, 16.6s, 16.7, somewhere around there. So pretty happy with that session. It does have the extra 3 cranks in there. So let's have a look. So even though I'm going a bit faster, I'm still getting the same amount of fork compression there. I'm pretty happy with that. It gives me a bit of play, whereas with the 3 cranks out, obviously I hit the bump stops and gave me nothing and made me run off the track. So pretty happy with that. What do you think, Colin?
Much better. Didn't crash. First, rule number 1: to finish, you first must finish.
Yes. Finish first you must finish. That's the full thing, right? Okay. Cool. So we've got some tunes going. Yeah, we've got some tunes going in here now, so it's a bit more of a fun atmosphere. I'm not gonna fun. One other thing, you gotta, when you go racing, you wanna make sure you keep track of how much fuel you're using. So I've made this stick a while back. Basically put 1 litre in, mucked in, put 2 litres on, so on and so forth, all the way up to 17 litres. And so today I've been putting about 8 litres in when I start and working out how much fuel I'm using. So that last session I used 5 litres of fuel, which is actually quite a bit. So I'm gonna do work out how many laps I did and work out what my fuel consumption per lap is, and then tomorrow when I go racing, I'll make sure I only have the fuel on board that I need, plus about 2.5–3 litres. That should be enough in case there's any red flags and I have to come back and go again, and so on and so forth. So yeah, good little tip. Keep a track of how much fuel you're using when you're going racing. Okay, so unfortunately that last session isn't here to record. So what I get up to, just still hovering in those mid-16s. I did try to follow a faster rider, but that's apparently what he was doing too. So looks like that's kind of my race pace for tomorrow. I'm hoping that during the race I'll be able to latch on to some faster riders and yeah, use them as a guide. And it's better if if you've got a good guide in front of you. Racing is the place. You're going to line up. You're going to you're going to line up directly behind people that are a little bit faster than you. So it's the perfect time to just latch on and learn. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I've got 1 more session today. See how we go. Hopefully the footage actually comes out. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it looks like my GoPro's stuffed. It's only recording for a minute or 2 and then deciding to pause it and not get the rest of the footage. So that was my last session for the day. I think that was 6th session in total. My lap times, I dropped another couple of tenths, but nothing to really write home about. I'm still low 16s now, so we'll take it. We'll hopefully learn something in the racing tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can find another GoPro around here that someone might lend me. That'll be awesome if they do that. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, legends, and keep it rubber side down, keep it lit, and I'll see you in the next video.